In this video, I am going to explain all about Java NM. So this video will give you basic concept and also make you an expert of Java NM. But please watch this video till end. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe this channel so you will get notified for all the incoming videos. Right. So what is the agenda for these videos? Before going deep inside the enum, first we have to understand why it was required the enum. Without enum, how the developer life was there, why enum was required, and then we will come to know how to create the enum and how to define the enum and how the enum work behind the scene. When you create the enum, how it convert into the basic code, right? And then we move into the important method of enum and what are the basic operations of the enum, how to write the if and switch statement that is more useful to day-to-day life, right? And how we can customize multiple constant values with the enum. And not only this much, we also see we have few corrections like the Java in enum also, that is called the enum set, enum map, and also we will watch how to write the abstract method and where it is useful with the enum. And last, uh, how we can achieve the singleton pattern using the enum with few line of codes. So let us start that. Before jumping into the videos, I have one very beautiful questions for you, that how you define the collection of constants. So suppose you have the 10 constant, right? Every time you used to see when you do the code. So how you manage those constants, right? And you have a different kind of constants, some constant for the different service and some few set of the constant for the different few service, right? How you manage that? So I know these are the basic way to handle multiple constants, right? What we used to do, we use the interface and use the multiple interface for the different kind of the constant, and then we make the public static finder, right? This is the way we used to do that. But have you noticed what is the problem with this approach? The first problem, if I want to say, okay, show me all the constant of the month interface, you cannot, we cannot iterate all the constant. Okay, for this example we have the 3 constant, but in the real life we used to have the 100 200 constant. We can't iterate because interface is not meant for that iterating of the constant, right? And second way is that if I want to say, okay, give me the count, how many count was there, you can't give. So these are the issues with the old way of working on the constant. And another problem is that suppose I have the 1 month interface and second gender. If I want to equal, you can do it. Compiler will never complain for this. But see, as a practical, it should not supposed to happen. Compiler should give the error. No, you can't do. Both are the different entities. How you can do equal, right? Let me see the same code. So suppose here we have the month interface, we have the gender interface, and I am trying to call the equal. Is equal, no warning, nothing is there, right? So this was the old way to do that. Now let us see how we can. So now how we can solve these problems, right? Is there any way that is only meant for to handle the multiple constant? Yes, and answer is that enum. So enum has been introduced in Java 1.5 versions, and enum is one special kind of class. But as we do in Java class, you can have the variables, constant, methods, abstract methods, constructor, everything we can have in enum also, like the any other Java classes, right? So let us see how we can define the enum, right? As I say, Java enum is a special type of Java type that define the collection of the constant. So this is a enumeration, and here see, this is the one easy way to define the enum in Java. Just you have to, instead of the class, write the enum and give all the constant name here. That's it. These 2 lines of code will suffice for all your requirement, right? Let us see how it works. And if you write this, it is internally, you can treat this one line of code, January is equal to 1, January is equal to 0, February is equal to 1, and March is equal to 2. Let me see how it, we will see that. Before that, see, when you write the code, month.java is the enum, right? Internally, it generates the code, and these are the some few codes that I have copied here. It will have the one private constructor, means you can't create any instance of this enum, and they have the one method values that I will show you, and whatever the constant I have given, January, February, March, they make the static variable. Okay, so let us see the code, then you can get a better understanding. So let us, I will show the code here. So here you see, yeah, if you see here, we have taken this, we just create the enum month, we have here, January, February, March. Okay, and I also create one more enum, that is the gender, right? And now let me see what are the basic operations here. Basic operations is that I create one main method. This is the important method. Month is the enum, and this values, as I say, this is the static method, right? Let me again show you. This is the static method. It will return all the constant in this variable in the form of array. Now once you got the array, you can iterate all those things, right? And it will give the two method name and ordinal. This method is already there. So if you want to see how we can see, go and push the F3. You can see here name is there and ordinal is there. These are the two methods, get method and a variable that is predefined, right? What it will do, it will show all the name and ordinal. Ordinal is the sequence how it came, means the sequence. What is the sequence here? January is the 0, February is the 1, and March is equal to 2, right? I have iterate for both, for the month and the gender. And if you see the output, see output is coming Jan, Feb, here it is the output bottom in the console, Jan value 1, February value 2, 1, March value 2, right? And for the male female 0, 1. So name is the January and ordinal is the sequence. So if you change the sequence here, go the month, and I say no, I want to keep the March here. So now the March become the 1, right? Because I changed the sequence. Now here if you see, February is showing 1, but now it will show March 1, right? Because we changed the sequence here. See here, now March is showing 1. So this is the name method and this is the ordinal method, right? And another, so in this way we can iterate all the constant, and you can, if you want to print how many parameters are there, you can also show here, right? It will show how many constants are there. You see here, it will show 3 constants. So what was the problem with the interface? We have already overcome with the enum, right? And also another problem was there, to confusion between the two different set of the constant. Now if I want to compare January with the male female, see, compiler is giving the errors. Compiler is saying, hey, you cannot do that, I will not allow the permission to do. And what is the errors is coming? Incompatible, right? So these are the benefit of the enum, right? So that's why I was talking here. Now second item is that, as I said, these are the some few important methods, value and the value of the static. So you can call from the enum name itself, right? And this method is with the each object of the enum. So this will shows that how we can iterate with the help of the name method and the ordinal method. Now I also explain you means how we cannot compare these two things. We get the compiler error, that incompatible, right? Now see how we can do the if statement and the switch statement. See, I write one method to month check. Just you have to pass the month and the check here. How you used to do the if else condition, but you have to pass the enum here. And the switch, again parameter is the month, and then you can all the cases here. But the benefit of this enum is that Earlier switch you can make anything is the enum, we have only the January, February, March. The moment you want to put any more, it will not allow. See, so that's why you will get the comparison. So the very much it is this is the best practice to write any switch, because compiler will give the warning that you cannot have this kind of switch because you don't have this kind of the constant. Let's move now further. So now you saw that I had given the January, February, March, and we are getting the benefit of the ordinal. But I want to give my number. Means January means I, as per my business logic, I have some value for the January, one, or February to 22 and March is to 33. So how we can do that? So this is concept of the constructor, right? So enum you can understand, or you can analogy, this month is the class and each constant of the class is an object, right? We define one month enum, and now suppose that I don't have anything. So now you will see this, it's showing the error because I have not defined any constructor. How we can pass this value? So for that you have to make one constructor here, make one variable where you will store this data. So I say this is my own variable, you can give any name, the month name. Then you have to make one constructor and you have to pass a parameterized constructor, and I create one method by which you can get the value. That's it. So now the moment we make the constructor, now this error is not there. So if you want to pass anything value, you can pass the multiple values. So according to that you should have the respective constructor. Now let me save this. Now if you see what happened, now we will get the month name also. Now we have the third method. This name will give the January, February, March. This ordinal will give you the 0, 1, 2, 3 sequence, and the month value will give the this value, right? Okay. Now again this is the main method, who will fetch all the constant through the values, right? Now let me run this code. See, first is the January, this name is returning January, this is ordinal value, sequence, and this is the custom value, right? This is the custom value it is showing, that means custom value is showing the 11, 22, 33, right? This is the way you can do that with the multiple values as per your business requirement, you can pass here. Now if you see, if you have the two custom value, how we can do that? As it is simple, we should have the two we have the two constructor, that's it. Let me show, I have that code also. So in this code you see I have the two constructor, or two parameterized constructor we have to pass here. Yeah, because we are passing the two name of the each object. One is the month name, one is the month value, right? So that's why we make one constructor here, and this is the constructor, right? And in this constructor I am passing the two values, one is the string or number, right? String and the number, and just the get method here. That's it you have to do. Now let me show the respective code here. So again this is the important method that we return all the constant values method, and here we are calling the three method. The sequence, month value, that will give the month number and the month name, right? What you have configured, right? And you have not calling the month name. If you want you can call the month name also. Let me run this code. Now you can see here, because I'm just passing the month, so it is giving the, by default is the giving the name. And even if you want you can call this method also, you will get the same output. Let me run that, we get the same output, right? Ordinal is the sequence, and this one here, right? This is giving the month value, and this is the month name. So in this way you can have the multiple value in the constructor, right? Let us move further. Now the interesting thing is the enum set. So now you are thinking that if we have already the set in Java, why I should use the enum set? But here some interesting thing is there. Let me show the code what is the enum. One of the good thing what I could capture, I want to show here. So go the set. I have the one enum count, and I have the 1 2 3 4 5. I have given one value also, right? This is part, and this is parameterized enum, right? So I am passing the 1 2 as a as per the constructor. So you have to create one value that we have already seen, and then we have to one constructor, and this is get method. This is the enum, right? Nothing new here. Now the new is here. So suppose if you this way, so this way it will take all the 1 2 3 4 5, but for my some business logic I don't want to show all the constant. I want to show only from 2 to 4. So that time it is very useful. What you have to do, instead of the count values, you use the enum set. So you have to do enum set range. In the range method, you can pass your initial and the destination number. And now see, I am showing you that how it will work, right? So let me run this code. So see, it is showing the from 2 to 4, right? This is the output 2 to 4, right? This is another output, but till here what I want to show here, you just see the output till here only. So if you run again, see here 2 only 2 3 4 what I have given here, right? If you give here 3, it will show only the 2 3, only 2 and 3 it will show. It is showing the 2 3, right? This is the way we can show the range, right? So this is the hash sheet. Now map, you know, we have the hash map in Java. You have to give the key and value pair, right? And we can do the same thing. Let me show first. I'm not going to take the enum map, I'm going to take the simple hash map. So what you have to do in simple hash map, you have to take the count, means enum um, as a key and string as a variable, right? This is the simple one. And for the each enum, I'm passing my value, right? And now if you run this, you can get the output, means you can achieve, we can use the hash map for the enum also as it is, right? Now let me, you see, you can see the output here. See here, whatever I am given key, it is coming. But the same thing you can achieve through the enum map also, same thing. Instead of that hash map, you have to use the enum map, and same method, put method you can do. The question is that then why I should use that, right? And one more thing, that this is the way to create the enum map here, right? You have to pass the enum class. Actually enum map is also has been developed with the help of the map, but it will give the very good performance and is more effective or more performance intensive compared to the original hash map, right? And you can achieve the same thing here. See, we are getting the same output, right? We understood this one. Now let me go to the abstract method. Abstract method means you can write one abstract method. How? Let us see in the code, then I will explain you what is the good thing here. Let me close everything and go here the abstract method and see the beauty of here. So first I am going to, okay, okay, now so we know I can do this, right? No problem. I can make one enum, I can pass the 3 variable. This also we know, right? Now if I want to pass the parameter, we can also pass the parameter. You know how to do the pass parameter a little bit. So suppose now we have the one enum and I want this method, this next write method with all the object. And now the moment I enable this code, it is giving the error. What is saying? That for this object I have not defined this method, right? So if you see here, it is showing that we have unimplemented method. So they are saying you have to implement this method. right? So it is the one good one code here. So what I am trying to do here in this code, I have one signal, right, traffic, right, and that I have the three objects, red, yellow and green. Red will be there for the 30-second, yellow would be there for the 10-second, and green is a 30-second. My requirement is that I want to know after red which light should be on, green or the red or the yellow. That's why I create one method next right here. So as this is the abstract method, then you have to use this method, you have to implement this method in all the objects. So if you see here, we have the override and we have to use this method, and I'm saying after red green should become, after yellow red should become, after green yellow should become, right? And why use this method? Because this is the parameterized enum, right? I'm passing the few seconds, so that's why this variable is there. Now let me show the code here. You see in this method and main method, as usual I'm taking the value here, right, and printing, calling the rights in this name and their duration, and I'm calling the abstract method next right method. Let me call this. If you see here, it is showing the rate and their parameterized value 30-second, and then what is the next? Green, right? So this is the way we can do the abstract method. Means something if you have to implement with your enum, you can do that with the abstract method, right? Last but not the least, how we can define the singleton design pattern. So first of all, we should know we have the many way to create the singleton design pattern. You have to make the constructor as a private, you have to use the static method, then you have to take care for the multi-threading, you have to take care for the reflection, serialization, deserialization, all those things you have to do. But if you use the enum for your singleton design pattern, it will solve all your the problem, right? Like the serializable reflection, threading, and it will give the 100% guarantee for one instance for the one singleton within a one JVM, right? And it's very easy to implement. Let me show the code first. So this is a singleton code. You have to use one instance keyword, and this is the set value. Means actually if you see the any singleton, we used to write some code like the JDBC connection, right? So we should have one code that will set the value, right? So as I'm not going to full-fledged write the singleton pattern, so I will ask that value passed by the my code. So once I will pass, then only one instance should be created. So this is the instance keyword, then what value you want to show, that's why I'm taking the value, and the setter getter method, right? Simple method. So what I will do here, you have to call the constant instance, right? Instance become static, it will give the object of that enum, right? We got the first instance. Let me create the two instances, and I will show that all the instance will give the single value, it will not give the multiple value. So first we create the single instances, and I set the value 1, and I execute the process. Obviously this process will return the or show the value 1. Okay, now I create another instances and I set the value 2. Now we have the two instances, first instance and second instances, and run the both instances, see whether they are giving the same value or not, right? Run this code. First time it shows 1 because I have set 1. Second time I set the 2. From the both instance I am getting the 2 here, right? So this is the beauty of that. That's for this video for the enum. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel. A lot of effort is there, and in the descriptions make your request if you want the new videos on the Java. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.